Today's lesson is the second one in our unit. It is Exponents Day 2, and it is working with a power raised to another power. Now, first of all, I want to start out by showing you how this relates to what we did yesterday. So we have x squared to the fourth power. So that means anytime we have something raised to another power, it means we have that, what's inside the parentheses, multiplied by itself however many times the power says. So x squared to the fourth power means x squared times x squared times x squared times x squared. 4 of them. Okay? And we learned also yesterday that anytime we are multiplying terms that have the same base, we can add their exponents. Okay? So since these all have the same base, we would have x to the what? 8th power. X to the 8th power. Okay? Look at that and see if you can see a shortcut. Okay, so Aaliyah, what's the shortcut?
Because it's x squared to the fourth power and 4 times 2 is 8.
Yes, so you could just do that instead of having to write it all out. Okay, so x to the 8th power. So now that you see that little bit of a shortcut, on number 2, we could look at this and say our answer would be y to the what?
18th
power. Very good. Okay, number 3 would be z to the 6th power. Number 4, what are your thoughts on number 4? Kiana?
You cube 5 and then cube to the fourth power.
Good. Yes.
To the fourth power.
Yes. So the first thing you have to do is you have to do 5 cubed first. Okay? So 5 times 5 times 5, which would be what? 125. And then x to the fourth power cubed, and we just learned that we can multiply those together and get x to the 12th power. Okay? So don't forget about that coefficient. You have to, a lot of people will write their answer as 5x to the 12th. They just write the 5 and they multiply the exponents. And they don't forget that that coefficient needs to be raised to the third power, because that really is 5x to the fourth times 5x to the fourth times 5x to the fourth. So you have to do 5 times 5 times 5. That's what that really says. Okay? All right. So on number 5, we have to take the negative 2 and raise it to the fourth power first. So negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 would be what? 16 x to the 8th power. Good. All right, try a couple of those. And I'm going to check back with you in just a minute. So number 6, did you do 3 to the third power first? Okay, and what did you get? 27. And then x squared cubed is x to the
6th power.
6. Good, you have to multiply the exponents, and then y cubed cubed, y to the 99. Are there any questions so far? We're okay? All right. I think you're getting this. Good. Very good. All right. 2 cubed. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. X to the first power cubed.
X to the third power.
Good. And y to the first power cubed.
Y to the third power.
Very good. Very good. This is not complicated. You got this. Okay. Number 9. Same concept here. 2 squared. 2 times 2.
4.
4. A squared squared.
4. 8 to the fourth power.
A to the 4th power. Good. C to the 4th power squared.
C to the eighth power.
C to the 8th power. Very good. All right. What do you think about number 10? What do you think, Nicholas?
You have to multiply the 5x to the fourth, you have to square that and then multiply 5 with 3x.
Okay, good. So we're going to just ignore this for right now, and we're going to take care of this. So 5 squared would be 25. X to the 4th squared would be x to the
8.
whoops, something happened. X to the 8th. And then we're just going to bring down the times 3, x to the 7th, y to the 2nd power. And then we're right back to what we did previously. Okay? We learned in the previous lesson that when we're multiplying, we multiply the coefficients first. That would give us 75. And then we are allowed to add exponents that have like bases. So x to the 8th times x to the 7th is just x to the 15th. And then we only have y squared. We don't have anything to combine it with, so we're just going to put y squared. Okay, that's about as difficult as it gets. You have today's new little part, and then you apply what you did previously. Okay, let's look at this next one. Same thing we're going to do here. So 2 cubed, 8, x to the first power cubed, y to the first power cubed, times x squared. Okay, what's in front of the x squared?
1.
A 1. So our coefficient is just 8 times 1, so that's just what?
8.
8. Then what?
X to the 5th power. Y cubed.
X to the 5th, because we can add the 3 and the 2, and then y to the 3rd power. Okay, good. All right, let's look at number 12. All right. So 3 squared would be what?
9.
9. B squared squared, b to the
Fourth
4th, times, now let's go ahead and do this one. A squared cubed,
3.
a to the 6th, b to the 4th cubed, b to the 12, b12, like a vitamin, right? Okay, now this is just a 1 in front, so 9 times 1 is just 9. Put them in alphabetical order. A to the 6th is just a to the 6th. Then b to the good. 4 and 12 would be 16. b to the 16th. Okay, 13. X squared to the 5th, x to the 10th, times x to the 6th would be x to the 16th. You got this? Good. Have a good weekend. Okay, 14. Let's take care of the numerator here. 3 squared, 9. X cubed squared, x to the 6th power. y to the first squared, y to the second power. Okay? All over, leave this alone. 24 x to the fourth, y to the second. Okay, and then we learned that we need to simplify the coefficients first. What can go into 9 and into 24? 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 24 8 times. Where does the x go? We look for the larger exponent. This is 6 is larger than 4, so the x goes in the numerator. And 6 minus 4 is 2. Then the y's, they just cancel. Okay? 15. Leave the numerator alone. The denominator, we need to do what? 5 to the third power first, which is 125. And then x to the third power. So now what happens?
They cancel.
What cancels?
You simplify that, right?
No, you simplified it by 5 over.
Okay, 5 and 125 simplifies to 1 over 25, and then the x cubed over x cubed just cancels. In that case, we just have 1/25. All right, 16. Is this our last one? Okay. Leave the numerator alone. 32 x to the 7th, y to the 5th, over 2 squared. 4 x squared squared.
X to the 4.
And y to the first squared. Very good. 32 over 4 simplifies to
8 over 1.
8 over 1, or just 8. And then when you look at the terms with the x, good, the x goes in the numerator. 7 minus 4 is 3. And then the y, and 5 minus 2 is 3. And because everything ended up over 1, you really need to drop the over 1 and write it this way. Very good.